Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Busy hour on tap. We'll hit Monday Night Football. We have updated division numbers in the National Football League. Yes, no playoff odds as well. Our best bets coming up at the end of the show as well. And right now we start the hour by going out to the Progressive guest line as Todd joins us. First name only. He is the entry known as Love My Baxter in the Circa football contest out here in Las Vegas, and he won. You won it, the first year? Todd, first of all, good afternoon, pal. You were in studio with us a year or so ago. We appreciate you coming on again here. So to set the scene here, you won the original year, and you had multiple entries, did you not?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Yeah, I was on a few months ago. It felt like a year ago because the NFL season is crazy right now. But I did come on a few days before NFL season. I won 2 entries the first year. 35 of us split. I had 2 on Love My Baxter. And Baxter's next to me right now snoring as we speak.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a terrier.
Excellent.
Okay, so how much did you end up splitting with 2 winning entries that year and 35 people overall had it all the way to the end?
68,000 and change. That's going to be pizza money, as you guys would say.
Okay, so then fast forward to this year then. We'll get to Grandissimo.
This year,
yeah, hold on. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll get to Grandissimo in a second. How did you do in the $1,000 contest this year?
I lost early on the Niners versus the Rams, like everybody else did on that Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Injury news, everything else. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. And I'm a Niner fan, and I took the Rams, and I got burned. And then also Arizona and Tennessee.
Oh, that was the same week.
They got me too. The fumble at the 1, right?
Don't get me started, guys. Come on.
That's going to be their only win. I couldn't take it.
Yeah,
You're right,
exactly.
Mitch. How bad that 4-day stretch was that we were on both
killer.
of them. Absolutely.
Yep.
So you were a part of the dream team, and you had a piece of that. Walk us through what you're thinking with the deep run that we're down to 6, and then Thanksgiving night, half the field gets eliminated with the Ravens loss.
So basically, on the dream team, let me start from the beginning. Stephen Berman, that was his entry, Dream Team 7. And then also he goes by Dog and Joe Fun. And I got hooked up through Spooky Express.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Mitch, Spooky Express told me that he's going to kick your butt in fantasy football. So that was a little text I got in the morning that he wanted me to reach out to you. And then also co-captain was Durbify, Tony. Do you guys know him?
Oh, yeah.
I know you guys do.
Yeah.
Circa Millions champion. Also, real quick, we had 2 Noodle on there, and then Fighting Spooky, Matty Saint, King of Car Seats, Jacobs DC 1133. Those were all my guys on that. The original owner is Stephen B, Dream Team 7 Circa. Want to give those guys a shout out for the opportunity to put me on. On Thanksgiving, I'm watching the game like you guys, and I'm thinking going into the game, most likely we don't have a chance. Cincinnati has bad defense, no offensive line, and no Higgins, and first game back for Burrow, and he's going to be rusty. Watching the game, 3-0, 7-3, and then there was a sack fumble. Cincinnati got it on the 3, first and goal on the 3, and they couldn't punch it in for 4 downs. I said, nope, football gods are not with us. All of a sudden, that game just went kind of weird, and they had 6 field goals. Somehow, some way, they won the game. Going into a Friday morning, I felt confident. I'm born in Philly, and I'm also an Eagles fan, and I'm going.
Cash-in tickets is what it's all about.
At home, and their defense is going to be all over the Bears. First drive of the game, Bears go all the way down. They're running down the Eagles' throats. I don't know if you guys remember. 4th and 1, they went for it, and Philly challenged it, and they overruled it. Philly's ball, they didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, the Bears are cooking in that game, and Hurts looked horrible. He threw a bad pass to Smith behind him. If you throw it to him, Smith walks in, same play, Goddard is open down the middle of the field, long story short, that was a weird game. What was it? 10-3 halftime, and you just knew it was going to be a weird game.
Well,
push, fourth down. Tony Farmer's in the studio with you guys, I
right.
saw.
He was.
And then he fumbled. Yeah. Once I knew he fumbled on the tush push, I said, nope, it's not our day.
Okay, but you're still in a great situation, though. If they lose, you win. You guys split $1.1 million. So what were you thinking, though, before? What was the plan if the Eagles won? And then we were down to 3 people for $7 million.
You figure 2 of us were going to be on the Chargers. We were going to be on the Chargers. Sammy Sadis was going to be on the Chargers. And then one guy had Rams.
Oh.
I'm watching the Rams game in the morning, and I'm just shaking my head going, oh, my God.
Was there
2 of us could have made it through.
Was there going to be?
I would have chopped it.
You were okay. Was there a talk of a chop before?
Supposedly these poker dudes weren't interested in chopping. These poker guys are all weirdos, man. Not all of them, but a lot of them are weirdos.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baker, you're not a weirdo,
yeah.
But a lot of these other dudes are weirdos, man. And I don't understand about just taking guaranteed money and leaving some money on the table to play for more. But I guess these dudes think they won all the money and they can win all the money. And this is the easiest contest in the world. And what us older guys know, it doesn't work like that.
The last time you won, we asked you if you did anything with the money. You said, I'm not going to go crazy. And I think you paid $100,000 or something for a Corvette. And that's on your Twitter avatar with your picture there. What are your plans with the money here?
It's not enough money. I got 7%, so it's about 80 G's. But I had a lot of money out there. I have shares of Grandissimo. I have, regular Survivor. I have Super Contest Gold. So I'm going to sit on that money and not go nuts, man. I'm just going to sit on it.
Okay.
And then definitely dive back in next year for a lot more entries of everything.
Okay, so you had 7%. Overall, the number of people who had a share of this entry, do you know that number?
It was in between 7 and 10. Some guys, matter of fact, I think it's more than that because some of the original guys sold certain percentages on Survivor Sweat in the first few weeks. So other people got involved with our team. So I'm not sure exactly how many.
So then with that many people involved overall, what was the discussion like every week before you finalized the actual pick?
We met on Thursdays, kind of like a Zoom meeting. Everybody would go around, round table, kind of say who they like, why they like it. And then behind the scenes, Steve Berman, a.k.a. Joe and Dog, and then Durberfly, a.k.a. Tony, co-captain. They would go behind the scenes, and I guess they would talk and probably numerous times texting and talking behind the scenes, and they would come up with their decision, and we would have to ride and die by it. And that's how it worked out. And it was all good, man. I know I'm kind of maybe a stress case towards certain people because my sense of humor is kind of strong and no tolerance and I can't cuss on here. Thank God I didn't slip up right now. But no nonsense kind of guy. But I have a good sense of humor, and maybe I rub people the wrong way. But at the end of the day, it's all good, bro. Love for everybody. Okay, so you mentioned the stress. What was 2 minutes, about 2.5 minutes left. What was it like in terms of being a prison guard in California where you didn't know if you were going to make it home every night at work with rival gangs going at it in this prison? Every day, my mindset was going into work, and it was kind of like going to war every day. We're outnumbered, staff versus inmates in California, mostly gang infested in prison, and it would be rocking and rolling sometimes, and we would be outnumbered 200-2. We'd have 2 officers on the floor in a building. We'd have one up top, and then we'd have like maybe 200 inmates off and on, going out to yard, coming in, day room and so forth. So at any given time, if they want you got, they'll get you got. So it never happened to me, thank God. And, I'm a respectable kind of guy. I'm older, and they never messed with me really,
Wow. Was this maximum security?
I had to go at it with youngsters. Say it again?
Was it maximum security?
Maximum security, man. We had lifers in there. We had lifers. We had child molesters. We had a little bit of everything in there, man. It's crazy. I can write a book. I can make a movie, and I can be on podcasts for hours, and I got crazy stories about everything, about guards having relationships with inmates. I'll talk about drugs. I could talk about inmates killing each other, inmates having sex with each other. It's a zoo, bro. It's bonkers. It was a circus every day.
How long did you do that?
15 years.
Oh,
Yeah, 15 years. A lot of overtime, too. Wasn't like I worked 8 hours, man. A lot
Yeah.
of 16-hour shifts.
wow. Did you say, I think on the video, YouTube, that you had to set the tone early about like being strong and showing them you're not going to walk over me or you're not, I'm not a guy to mess with?
Definitely. You definitely got to – it's kind of like being a parent to your kid. You can't be a pushover, man. So you got to stay on your word and be resilient, and that's how it is, man. And to me, with my sense of humor, it was kind of fun because I like kind of like talking crap and having a good time. So it was all good.
All right, very good. You can follow Todd, a.k.a. Love My Baxter, on X. He's at DGFL9. Thanks for popping on today, Todd. We appreciate that, and congratulations on the score yet again this year.
Thanks for having me. I'll be in there in about a month for the ceremony. We could do it again in person.
You got it.
Sounds good.
Great job. Good luck in the gold as well. Bring it home. This hour sponsored by Better. Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download Better. Visit better.app now. Sign up today. Get free money and no deposit necessary.
We'll see about him coming in. I love the guy. He's very close to saying something that he should not, like 5 times every time, right? You know what I'm saying?
He could write a book, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into Monday Night Football. Big one tonight for the Patriots. They take on the Giants and player props as well next here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
You can always get in touch with the show, by the way. Email is ftm@vsin.com. On X, at VSiN Live, and Mitch Moss Radio at Pauly Howard. We were talking about what happened to the sport that we used to love in college football. This is from Fairway Fred. Totally agree. My fandom has been ripped out for a while because of this sport. By the way, I grew up being an absolutely huge fan. It's sad. Mm-hmm. Email from Mike in Connecticut.
It's been a bad run for a week here. And they're going to cap it off just saying, well, Notre Dame's better. Even though head-to-head and all, yeah.
So for the younger generation, you're not going to know of this, but Mike emailed, the best day in sports was New Year's Day. All caps,
Right.
3 exclamation points.
Yes.
12 hours of college football, multiple games at the same time. At the end of the night, a national champion was crowned. No next week, no 10 days later, blah, blah, blah. I got Miami, Nebraska in the Orange Bowl for all the marbles at 11:30 Eastern. I got Miami, Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. I got Brian Bosworth in Oklahoma taking on Penn State. Oh, the good times. Time to get off my lawn now, he says. That once that started to go away many, many years ago, by the way, when New Year's Day was no longer the same thing, it felt like it was changing and not for the good. And then they always kept those stupid bowl games so important to them, and the people who would work one day out of the entire year and make $500,000 from doing it, and
Right.
waste the money at strip clubs and
Yep, great
lavish
book.
restaurants. I mean,
It still holds up. Read the book, Debt to the BCS by Dan Wetzel, where they couldn't figure, why are you doing this? You guys are going to make so much money, and now it's just exploded, and just what LSU was doing. And the best part is, like, Stanford, Boston College is a conference game now.
SMU has to play at Cal
Yeah.
to determine whether or not they're going to go to the ACC title game.
One more thing from Love My Baxter. If the Ravens, after the Ravens lost, couldn't get a chop done, guy didn't want to chop if the Eagles won. They would have been down to 3. One guy didn't want to do it, think he was a poker player. He would have had the Rams on Sunday. He would have been out. We would have been down to 2. Love My Baxter would have been one of the 2. But it wouldn't have chopped when it was down to 3.
Yeah. This is from Colin on X.
That's incredible. He thought he had the best entry.
Right.
Quote, he thought he had the best entry.
You guys are going to need maximum security if that guy comes in studio. Well, he did.
He did. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Win Bets Baby says, great interview with Todd. Sounds like sounds like an episode of Mayor of Kingston, which I've never watched, but I've heard it's incredible.
Jeremy
Renner.
Yeah, okay. Looks good. That is, I can't imagine going to work every day and it's 200 against 2.
Yeah.
And if they want to bum rush you, it's ball game.
Oh, that's it. He said, any
15
day
years.
you could get got.
Any day you could
15
get
years.
got.
Yeah, I can't imagine the stories. Can't imagine. Probably working, like you said, I'm not working 8-hour days. He's probably working 5-6 days a week, probably 12, sometimes 14, 15, 16 hours a day.
Well, it goes back to our friend Ted DiBiase about everyone has a price. I think of Red and Shawshank. Like, how are you getting this stuff into prison? Are you smuggling this stuff?
So those are the stories that I want to know the most.
Yes. What are you smuggling in? What do you have? Why do you have this? How did this happen? Who do you know? Who are you tipping on all this stuff?
I can't imagine the stories that one prison guard like that would have about the amount of drugs that somehow get into the yard, so to speak.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then think in a situation where you got rival gangs going at it.
Right.
And maximum security. And if a brawl breaks out.
Yeah. By the way,
or a fracas.
This has nothing to do with anything other than if you've never been to Alcatraz, you have to plan a trip to the Bay Area just to go to Alcatraz sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometime.
I've been there, but the list was so long, the wait line, whatever.
Yeah.
The waiting list, that's on my bucket list.
Put it this way, the hype going into that, like I was super excited. I couldn't wait. My expectations were, through the roof.
Did they talk about the guy?
Better.
Did they talk about the guys who escaped?
Oh, yes.
You think they got out?
We had an unbelievable tour guide who's been there forever.
Oh, good. You see the movie with Eastwood? You never saw the movie with Eastwood? It's phenomenal.
I saw the one called The Rock. Is that the one you're talking about? I saw the Unsolved Mysteries.
Escape from Alcatraz?
Oh, I think I've seen that, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. It sounds familiar. Clint Eastwood's in it?
Yes, it's awesome.
Then I have not seen it.
You think they get away? You think they made it? I think they made it.
I kind of think that they do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole thing is wild, fascinating.
I remember watching Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack, was that the host? What a great show.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so spooked when I was a young kid when they put that episode on, and they would show that one over and over and over again. I'm like, of course these guys made it. So, anyway, tonight, Monday Night Football, we're on opposite sides here. Yeah. I got the points. I got the Giants plus 7.5. You like the Patriots minus 7 in the game.
I got two sources here. Patriot source, works for the organization, played with the team, says they're fired up big time, and it's important to put the hammer down early and go into the bye week strong and enjoy their time off and put on a show for everyone on national TV.
Dueling sources.
The Giants source is saying, I don't know if Dart's talking to the public or naysayers, whatever, but it's Dart saying, this is what I do. I still run. I'm going to go and run. Now, it's got to be get out of bounds, don't take the hit. There's a great article up on ESPN.com. Bro, get down. Can the Giants protect Dart from himself? I think this too much is being made of be careful, don't run. The rushing yards down to 28.5. I agree with some of the viewers. I agree with my Giant source. This is who he is. This is what he does. He's going to run. He's going to go over his rushing yard prop. And I really like anytime touchdown plus 350. This is what he does. And I think it's come down too much as an overreaction to Dable out, was out, missed time, took the big hit, though, against the Bears. But again, he's scrambling. It's working. Just don't take the – already had the first down, right? Just slide. And there's just so many comments from all these Giants players about they're yelling, slide, what are you doing? But I just think this is who he is. And he's still going to run, but he's not going to take the big hit, and he's going to go over the rushing yards problem.
Would you still like the Patriots at the current number right now? And I don't know if it would be the current number, but let's say it was Winston instead, and the number was 7. Would you still like the Patriots against Jameis Winston?
Yes.
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
The reason why is like I've been a believer in the Giants pretty much the entire year. Obviously, they gave that game away against the Cowboys, I think multiple times. That was back in week 2. The game, Dart's second start against the Saints, 5 turnovers in that game. Saints won it. That was their first win of the year. That was 26-14. Easily could have won that one. They dominated Philadelphia with Dart. They blew, come on, the Denver game is the fluke of all flukes. There's no way Denver's going to come back.
So was the Saints game. Yeah, 5 turnovers, scoop and scored.
Sure.
Total domination.
So they should have won that game probably by multiple scores. The Bears game, they're not losing that game if Dart doesn't get hurt. The Green Bay game, they're in it the entire way. Winston's got to pass to the end zone to maybe tie it up. If they go for 2, who knows? And again, the Lions, last week, in complete control of that game, had no business losing whatsoever. This team's 2-10. You give them 4 of those games. I don't think there's any scenario where the Patriots are laying 7.5.
He could be rusty. I expect
that's true.
I expect him to be rusty. They also have a horrible defense. They can't stop the run. And now we'll see what with Bowen out, what the defense looks like with a new coordinator. The other concerns you have about New England's offensive line with Campbell down, but Bradbury, the center, had a good quote. It's not the same 5, but it's 5, and we've been working together all year. It's not panic. It's next man up. You move on. The good news for the Patriots is both Brown and Lowe have ample starting experience. Lowe started 13 games at left tackle last year, and Brown started 10 at center in 2024 after Andrews went on IR. Bryan has appeared in all 12 games this season. Lowe replaced Campbell when he got hurt against the Bengals. There was little problems there, and May had the pick 6. But I just think now Vrabel's so good, and now with this time to prepare that they'll be fine, and it's not like this defense is going to be able to be able to slow you down. Coaching edge, New England. Quarterback edge, better team. Giants 0-7 on the road. Patriots cover.
Honestly, here's what you should be able to do for the game plan tonight is we're not going to chance it with May. He's been sacked the 4th most times out of any quarterback in the entire league. The Giants have guys certainly on that front defensive line that can get to him. Burns has been, one of the he's not in Garrett's territory. Nobody is, but one of the sack leaders in the league this year. So rather than chancing that with the entire left side of the line being down, how about you just run the ball?
Let's give it to Henderson.
Pretty much the entire game. The Giants, their metrics, you can look at DVOA, EPA per play allowed, they are all, when it comes to stopping the run game for the opposing offenses, they are either 32nd, which is dead last, obviously, in the 30s or right around the 30s. They have the worst run defense in the entire league. And I think that's going to be the recipe tonight. And what I'm a little bit afraid of here is that the Patriots can just put these long drives together, and it can be a ton of Henderson and throw in some Stevenson if you want as well.
The only game Barkley went off was against the Giants.
Yeah.
With $150 and a touchdown. They scored 38 points on him.
I also think there's an angle where Henderson's offensive rookie of the year odds could drop tonight.
Yeah.
If that's the game plan.
I think sports start getting paid for it with Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app, where your knowledge turns into cash. Sign up today, get free money, no deposit needed. When you do deposit, get 50% deposit match up to $200. Download Better in the app or Google Play Store. Head to better.app now. Promo code VSiN.
All right. Up next, updated division numbers and yes-no playoff odds. They're still a 250 favorite after losing, and honestly, nothing would surprise me at this point.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
You bring up one TV show, you never know the way it's going to go. Gary on X, Mayor of Kingstown, absolute must-watch. Fred, email ftm@vsin.com from Baltimore. Hello to the best show. I love you guys. Thank you, Fred. We love you for listening and watching as well. Mayor of Kingstown's incredible. Another Taylor Sheridan home run.
Oh, he did that too?
Evidently.
No.
Yeah.
This guy, he is. Yeah, he's a writer. Unbelievable.
There's that.
Everything
and also,
this guy touches.
Sure, yeah.
I wonder why he's got all those mansions in Fort Worth. Man.
That
American crime thriller. Created by Taylor Sheridan, starring Jeremy Renner. It's on Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 4 seasons. All right, I'll play catch up.
They're probably an hour each.
36 episodes. All right, thanks, guys.
My brother has watched it. He absolutely loves it as well.
Damn, good.
By the way, the messages won't stop on college football as well. I think the older generation's chiming in, saying the sport's absolutely not even close to what it used to be.
I didn't envision this. And
no, not this quickly.
No, and Stanford Steve will be on Wednesday. He had a good point, too, about, they keep saying 12. I mean, this is actually 9 playoff spots. Notre Dame, James Madison, and maybe the North Texas and the North Texas Tulane winner. Because assuming Virginia loses to Duke,
right?
That would be down to 9 then. What we're looking at, but this is and more stuff from Baxter about how he didn't have a gun, he didn't have a taser, no body cams. 2 guards in the building on floor 1, guard in the tower, he had a gun. And then you had 2 inmates in each cell. Yeah, you got to give me something, right? How am I going to defend myself if these guys come after me? I'm not Hulk Hogan here or Andre the Giant.
Was he running around like MacGruber? By the way, the most underrated comedy I've ever watched in my life, I think.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
they'll make it work with whatever they have. A little bit of dirt, a rubber band, and they're going to be good to go.
Okay.
All right, let's see what numbers here maybe interest us at this point of the NFL season. Division numbers, yes, no playoff odds. NFC East, Philly's down to -1,000. What do you think the Eagles were to win the division when they had a 21-0 lead against Dallas 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Dallas must have been 100-1.
Yeah.
They're 7-1 right now.
Okay, let's talk this out. It's just they egged Patullo's house after the game. They've had enough in Philadelphia.
Well, the whole state of Pennsylvania right now unhappy with their football organizations.
Yes, right. They chanted "Fire Kevin" during the game. For the last time, if they can't get it right against the Chargers, it's never going to happen. But you can lean on that defense if you said how strong they are. But that was just test your manhood. What happened? Just running the ball down your throats, and you couldn't stop it. Man up. Come on. They're up to 3. We'll see Herbert's status. Says he's going to play, but broke his hand. You win this game, I think it's over. Raiders at home, layup. But then so now this is kind of kooky, where 2 of your last 3, you play Washington. Rivalry game, their game, look good. Different defense since Quinn took over. And you got to go to Buffalo. But then you're talking about Dallas running the table.
Which can happen.
It could happen, I agree with Romo. But you have no margin for error, though.
Oh, they're winning. They're going to win Thursday night.
I think they beat the Lions. I'm with you. I think they beat the Lions. They beat the Vikings at home.
Yeah.
They beat Washington.
By the way,
it could get interesting fast, but I don't think 7-1 is good enough.
A lot of feedback today from the Philadelphia area, by the way, saying that, mark my words, this is from the audience now, saying that the Eagles will lose one game to Washington. That will happen.
Okay.
And this is exactly like the year 2 years ago.
Exactly, yes.
And don't forget that they went on that massive losing streak to end the season.
And they no-showed the playoff game.
That's right.
That's what it feels like. They don't like each other. There's something going on with Hurts and Brown, and the OC stinks.
Yeah.
It's awful. This can't be with all these weapons and what we watched all of last year. Where's Goddard? Where's the creativity?
It doesn't exist. It's not possible.
I need more than 7-1.
You're not laying 3 points with this team on Sunday, are you? Or Monday against the Chargers?
Now, why do you like this team so much?
No, it's anti-Philly. I like the under more than anything in the game.
All right. So Dallas also Chargers at home and at Washington and at the Giants. It's absolutely doable for Dallas. But I need, you missed the big number long ago.
No, I know. In the North, Packers -145, Bears +160. The Lions have now drifted out to almost 10-1.
Lions are going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't see this coming. I knew they'd go under their win total, but after what they did to Baltimore, and how good the offense looked at times, this is between the defense no showing on Thanksgiving, and how bad they've been on offense and predictable, and 0 for their last 7 on 4th down. They have no cachet, and they're predictable, and it's not going to happen.
Their updated win total is 10.5.
Yeah,
the Lions are going to win 11 games.
That's not happening.
I don't think it is either. Yeah,
nope.
plus
heavily
150.
Heavily juiced to the under. Yeah.
Rams are -135. Seahawks +210. Niners +475 in the West. I don't hate the Seahawks ticket. They can win that game next Thursday.
I know, but you're spooked. So am I. Darnold was atrocious. He's a turnover machine, and when you put pressure on him, he melts.
Yeah, I don't trust him in the playoffs because of him. I'm there already. But until they
will lose at home to the Rams.
You think so?
Yes.
How about the Niners at +475? Can they do this?
Yes, they can win that. They can win that game at Indy now with a compromised Jones. They can beat the Bears at home, and they close with Seattle at home.
Tennessee left.
That's a layup. Yeah,
on the schedule.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
You brought this up earlier. What if they win that? If they sneak this division out, Shanahan coach of the year?
He's 22-1. I don't get it. He's not getting any credit for all these injuries and what's happened. I know Salah's doing a good job, but he has held this together. A great job by Shanahan.
Now, the Panthers can do this because they get the Buccaneers coming up.
Right.
And they're +390. Tampa Bay is -$5 here.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen. This is not a good football team. I don't know how they're doing this. 7 wins is a dog. Tampa Bay needs to put them down. And they're getting guys back now, finally. But it was a workmanlike performance, getting the win against Arizona. Good job defensively, but you couldn't put them away. Beat the Saints and then take out Carolina and put the baby to bed. You also get Atlanta at home on a Thursday night. That's another game they'll win.
Yep. In the North, AFC style here, Ravens are -250. Steelers plus 310. Bengals are 9-1 to win the division. I guess the Ravens win this thing by default?
There was 12 out there. I wouldn't call you crazy if you took the 12-1. You can't do anything with Pittsburgh.
No way.
They're in total disarray. Again, T.J. Watt after the game. Most rushing yards they allowed at home since 1975. I quote, I've never seen this before. They ran the same play over and over again, and we couldn't stop it. Aaron Rodgers, what could help with the chemistry between you and the wide receivers? Guys can show up to meetings, and we can go from there and get on the same page. And when I check at the line of scrimmage and they know what I'm actually doing and run the right route. But this is December.
Yeah.
How is this allowed, Tomlin?
No, it would be Bengals or nothing, I think.
Yes.
And I can't even believe those words came out of my mouth, but those other two teams have massive problems.
And I give up. If Baltimore can't beat them into submission Sunday, I give up on this team.
If the Patriots lose tonight, where does that number go on the Bills? Right now, Buffalo's plus 390. New England, after tonight, they get their bye. They get Buffalo in a rematch. They're at Baltimore, at the Jets, Miami.
I don't like the Bills.
No, neither do I.
No, I don't think there's value in the Bills.
I don't like the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the South, you have the Colts at plus 135, Jags plus 145, and look at this number on the Texans now, plus 310.
Mm-hmm.
That number was massive 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Now it's real. I think Jacksonville does it, but I don't think they're good either. They almost lost to the Raiders and couldn't stop them. They're 4-1 last 5. The loss is the Davis Mills comeback down 19. And I'm with you on Trevor Lawrence. He's average at best. He's just a turnover machine. But I think they're going to walk into this division where Houston blew, week 2? Week 3. They blew that game at Jacksonville. It's going to come back to bite them. And now Dime's getting hurt at the worst possible time. He's compromised and can't move.
The Colts are plus 235 to miss the playoffs. Last 5 games at Jacksonville, at Seattle, San Francisco, Jacksonville again, at Houston.
It's brutal.
They might lose out.
That's brutal. And Sauce got hurt too.
That's right. Helped off the field in that game. Either a no price on that team to win the division or to maybe miss as well.
Did you think Fairbairn missed that extra point? He missed that.
No, I did not.
You didn't think he missed that?
No, I thought it was good.
You're kidding.
No, I thought it was good.
Oh,
yeah.
Shocked.
No, because they showed the other angle from it, and that's where it looked good to me.
Another team trying the 4th and 1 tush push with the tight end.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a mental note for the rest of the year, and then next year for sure. The play calling specifically on 4th and short.
Yeah.
Just so I know and I have it all written down and I don't forget any of it because we saw the shotgun stuff again on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And you're punting on you decided not to kick the field goal. Rather, you're going to go for it on 4th and inches and go shotgun. It had no chance to work. The play from Minnesota that might be the worst pass / result I've ever seen in my life.
It's the worst pass in NFL history.
Hey, I'm falling to the ground. Let me sling it underhand. Two guys charging at me.
Yeah.
Here's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, in-pocket plays are coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
All right. The Dogs had fleas in college football. Nick Bogdanovich from Boomer Sports is on tomorrow. I mean, I can't imagine. I thought the books got punished. They had to over what transpired. Old Miss needed it to make the playoff. Won and covered. Ohio State, number 1 team. How can they be laying this small? Buried Michigan. Texas Tech won by 49. Oregon covered. Oklahoma covered teasers and straight up. Didn't cover but won the game, rather. Alabama somehow covered. Miami, blowout. Vandy needed the game, won. Can't imagine The books must have got drilled.
Sure.
West Virginia plus 24.5. DOA. Pittsburgh plus 7. Michigan plus 10.5. Michigan needed to capitalize right away after the long run to score a touchdown. The field goals there were no good.
You knew at some point
oh boy,
the field goals were going to be a bad result, and they were going to have to get touchdowns to match Ohio State.
Yeah, and a great job dominating up front. Excellent job by the Buckeyes, who are so damn good. And we know the Big Ten runs college football. Total yards, 419 to 163. Go repeat Ryan Day.
Well,
Excellent job.
By the way, how good is Reese for Ohio State? He's an absolute monster on the defensive side of the ball. And if somebody told me right now, take a flyer on him to eventually be the number 1 pick in the draft, I'd be like, okay, I can see that.
All right. Follow the money. It would behoove the ACC for Virginia to win Saturday night and make the playoff. There was a $1.30 money line. Duke is 40 to 1 in some spots to make the playoff. If Duke wins, they're not. The ACC is out.
Well, then how do they actually get a bid at 40 to 1? Like, what would make it?
The committee would just magically have them be ranked tomorrow.
Maybe that's not even a bad idea.
Or James Madison. James Madison loses.
Is 40 to 1 worth it based on how ridiculous the committee is? And they say, well, we can't say no to the ACC champ.
They would debut with a 5-loss team.
I'm throwing it out there.
I can't see a 5-loss team that lost to Tulane and UConn just magically appearing ahead of 11-1 James Madison, who lost by 14 at Louisville.
They also had Miami 18th in the official rankings,
I know.
8 spots behind Notre Dame.
So in any event, I like Virginia anyways. Duke with 5 losses. And millions of dollars on the line. And a disaster for the ACC if Duke wins. And just a shame. Stupid. Any point, how do you not have a tiebreaker? We're just going to use highest ranked team by the committee. You got a top 10, 15, top 12 team that's not in your conference title game because of these stupid tiebreakers. And then they share a common opponent with Duke and they win that.
You must have grabbed that number, immediately yesterday, or was it out Saturday night? Yeah.
It keeps going up.
Yeah.
I also think word is out on what's going on here. I don't think people knew what was on the line until SMU lost about what the situation was. That now, if Duke wins, it's James Madison and the North Texas Tulane winner in.
It would be a contrarian play to make Duke a bet this week, along with maybe the biggest contrarian play of the entire. How many people are going to fade Ole Miss just simply because Lane Kiffin's no longer there? That could turn out to be a mistake.
And who's he taking with him? That's the other thing. This used car salesman telling his assistants, get on the plane. If you're not on the flight, we'll replace you. The flight leaves in an hour, whatever.
Yeah. I'd love to see that team actually come out now and win the whole thing.
Oh, it'd be great. I'm rooting for him.
That'd be a little, not
Yes.
the same. Okay, yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Alrighty. Colts, Texans under 44.5 got there yesterday. Got a little hairy, but it stayed. And I felt that was the best result, actually, because of the first half and how nothing really happened. And then the second half, they were in spots to actually have some stuff take place where the points would have been, heart attack inducing, but that stayed under, so that was good. Pending bets, we have 7.5 tonight with the Giants. Cowboys plus a 3.5 bet that last week on the show against the that's Cowboys against the Lions this coming Thursday. The new bets that we have, Georgia money line, you can get it at minus 130 right now at DraftKings against Alabama in the SEC title game. Their only loss this year came to Alabama. Bama playing with fire. In a lot of their games this year, I think Georgia's better and should be higher than $1.30 to win the game. And I'm adding Cowboys plus 145 on the money line against the Lions. Got to do it. I really like them in this game.
If Kiffin is fired without cause, he's owed 80% of his remaining salary.
Well, he gave up the sauce, right?
He gets a bonus of $1 million for winning the SEC. And I'm paying you $13 million a year. You better make the playoff. They're treating him like Nick Saban. Think you know sports, it's time to get paid for it. Better Picks, the daily fantasy app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app. Pick more or less on your favorite player stats. If your pick hits, you win. Right now, new users get free money just for signing up. No deposit required. And when you do deposit, you get a 50% deposit match up to $200. Better has action year-round with all the major sports. Head to better.app, BETR, download Better, and the app or Google Play Store, promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus today.
A couple of tweets here. At VSiN Live and Mitch Moss Radio at Pauly Howard. Our buddy Chris Massero, Pro Sports Better, checking in. All they had to do in college football was put in the 12 or 16 team playoff a couple years earlier. If they did that, the Pac-12 would still be a thing.
Yes.
The Big 12. You still have the same teams over there. Maybe you can have a couple of spots every certain years or whatever for the Mountain West, AAC champ, whatever. But the super conferences with 16 or 18 teams are impossible to make scheduling, and it's destroyed college football. He's exactly spot on. Been saying that for a long time. I hate the super conferences. Completely unnecessary.
You can't decide with 4 or 5-way ties who played who, luck of the draw with the schedule. It's a mess.
And you're exactly right with like how Indiana has had the schedule go their way the last couple of years. Specifically last year. This year in the SEC comparing certain gauntlets to other teams that play nobody. And the Pac-12 not being a thing anymore is it's terrible for the overall sport.
And it really makes it hard. Who are the best 10 teams based on all that?
For sure.
And now they're just going to ignore head-to-head. Yeah, even though Miami beat Notre Dame, Notre Dame's better right now.
Well,
what?
Like, clearly, both those teams should be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
And there's a chance where neither one gets in.
Oklahoma's offense, I can't watch it. They screwed it up. Yeah. I respect the program, but Oklahoma has no business being there.
Yep.
This offense is a joke.
Another tweet here from the Minnesota D-Gen. Any relation?
No, don't know.
Okay. Thoughts on Henderson to lead the game in rushing tonight? It's minus 125. I would say that the biggest concern, well, first of all, you have two scrambling quarterbacks. We don't know about Dart. Paul thinks that he's going to be the same old guy tonight that we've had so far this rookie season. My other thought is, do we know what the split's going to be between Stevenson and Henderson in the game?
Great point. I know. I've lost many times backing Henderson. I don't understand it. He should get all the carries. He's better.
Yes.
He's more talented, and he doesn't fumble. Vrabel.
This is maybe his biggest fault to date as a first-year head coach of the Patriots, is not knowing until he was forced into playing Henderson like he had to be the guy from day one.
Over under 4.5 years, Lane Kiffin at LSU.
I will bet the hard under on that.
3.5. Plus money.
I'd probably go under 3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
$13 million a year. They owe Kelly $54 million, and they're still paying Orgeron.
Again, what do you think?
And the governor's involved.
So how long do you think DeBoer is going to be at Alabama?
Now that's a good question.
If you told me that he's gone in the next 3 years, then I absolutely would unload on Kiffin everything under.
He's going to make the playoff. If he wins a game, that's a whole different ball.
Our producer, Luke, went to Alabama. You can tell me my year right now, answer this question, but does DeBoer get fired if that fourth down conversion is not a touchdown and they lose the game?
That's on the table.
Luke said he might.
Yeah.
They wanted to run him out of the state when they got blown out by Florida State in week 1. And then to close the season like that in the Iron Bowl, that would not have gone very well for him, I don't think. So, but maybe he turns into a lifer there, and maybe Kiffin turns into a lifer at LSU. I just think it's highly unlikely.
Pat Forty had a great article. Every stop but has ended awkwardly, and with the exception of Florida Atlantic, everyone has hated him.
Yeah.
At the previous jobs.
All right, we're hanging out with Murray and Humans coming up next on VSiN Primetime. Later on in the show, Johnny Avello joins. He's going to provide insight from behind the counter. Later on tonight, cashing out with Dustin Sweetelson at 11 o'clock Eastern. Good luck with your bets tonight.